Hey everybody, welcome to Weight Loss for Women Over 40. Today we're talking about the number one season to reinvent yourself. And guess what? It is not January. So welcome to the podcast. I am your host, Nikki T. I have been in this industry for over 23 years. I can't believe it every time I say that, but time is ticking along. But I have worked as a personal trainer, health coach, behavioral coach. I used to work in physical therapy, as a former professional ballet dancer, and I'm also a two-time TEDx speaker. So I have been through a lot with my clients, and I've also been a lot through fitness and weight loss personally. So I'm glad you're here. This is the podcast where we talk about mindset and we ditch the dieter's mentality. So we're going to be talking about the number one season to reinvent yourself. And you know how every year when the leaves start turning right here in the US, it is starting to be fall. It is September. And I feel like where I am in particular, the end of the summer has been it's been very comfortable for me. I love the temperatures. They've been around 60 to 75, 78, maybe tipping into the 80s. So it's been kind of refreshing because usually at the end of the summer it's like 99. It's really hot. But September's here and the leaves are going to start to turn and the air is going to get crisp and something inside of us shifts. And that's not a coincidence, right? Fall is nature's signal to shed what is no longer needed. And what if your life is asking you to do the same thing? So, in today's episode, we're going to be talking about why fall is the perfect time to reinvent yourself, not with resolutions or rigid routines, but with intention, reflection, and the mindset shifts that help you show up as who you're becoming, not who you've been. And I do want to offer too that even though we're going to be focusing on the fall, anytime is a time to reinvent yourself. Anytime is a time to start. Like, don't wait for time to pass, or you think that it's the perfect moment or the perfect time, or you have to go speak to doctors, or you have to go get your kids to college. Whatever the waiting game is that you're playing, it can start literally this instant. Like, you just have to make the decision. No, this is how I'm starting, and this is what I'm starting with. Okay, so let's talk about why fall in particular is the best time for a glow up, not from the outside in, but from the inside out. So we've been conditioned to think that January is the time for reinvention, right? New Year's Eve, new year, new you. But let's be honest, January, especially where I live, is very cold. It's post-holiday fatigue. So you're most likely depleted. You're not really inspired. It's almost like this expectation that we put on ourselves to, like, oh my gosh, it's January, I should get in shape. And fall, on the other hand, is right nature's reset. Everything is letting go. You know, kids are going back to school. You may be slowing down a little bit because of the weather change. There's a shift inside. And that really mirrors exactly what your nervous system is craving. Really soft, reflective space for recalibrating your identity and to step into something new. And I know I talk about like stepping into something new, and I've been talking to my clients about this, but it's really not you stepping into this new version of you. It's really uncovering the real you that has been living inside of you. And it's almost like coming home, right? Without pressure, without perfection, but with more clarity. So think about the leaves that fall off the trees, right? They don't fight it, they don't hustle, they just let go. And sometimes a gentle breeze or even a gust of wind will blow them off. What are you still holding on to that is no longer serving you? It could be an outdated version of yourself. We tend to go back to our childhood and replay the patterns, and we don't realize it as adults. There may be patterns that you're like, oh, I wish I could change. Like there, that you can change them. You just need to be aware of it. Another question is a belief like, I always quit, I can't lose weight. Maybe you're holding on to that. Like, I'll never lose weight because I have XYZ, because my genes and my family tell me so. Like, these are all limiting beliefs that you have been believing, and it's showing up in your life. Or maybe you're holding on to a routine that's more like punishment rather than support and a caring perspective. Again, we grew up in the society of like, just do it type thing. And I do feel like there is an element to that. Like, I feel like sometimes when you just put blinders on, it's a lot easier to focus, right? But that's when you decide to make a decision that I'm no longer doing this, I'm no longer showing up as this person, that kind of thing. But if it's a punishment, like, I need to lose weight because I'm not good enough, because I don't fit in or whatever, that kind of negative spin, that is not good. That's not supporting you. And basically, you're hating yourself skinny. You're punishing yourself until you get to this elusive weight that you feel you need to be at. Maybe you're holding on to an identity wrapped up in burnout and people pleasing. This is a huge thing that I coach my clients on. People are always stressed out, they're overwhelmed, or they're in people pleasing mode where they have pushed their emotions aside and they are just constantly doing for other people. And it's interesting, the more I coach people on people pleasing, how interesting it shows up in different areas that people aren't even aware of. So, your reinvention this fall doesn't need to begin with adding more. It starts with releasing that the things that you're not aligned with anymore. So let fall be your permission to shed, right? To shed all that stuff that you've been carrying around. Most women will approach this by trying to change your behavior first. The fastest way to change your life actually is to start acting from the identity of who you want to be. It does not start with the actions, it starts up in your brain. It starts with you deciding, one, you're no longer going to be acting the way that you are. Two, well, more importantly, it's deciding who is this person you want to embody? What do they feel? How do they operate internally? Then from there, you change the actions. But you can't change the actions first until you've changed the mindset behind it. So let's say your future self is really calm around food, walks around with confidence, and trusts her body. Instead of trying to fix your current habits, ask yourself, what would this evolved version of me, or what would this leaner version of me, what would she think today? How would she move today? How would she feel today? And what would she say no to today? What would she say yes to today? So fall is the time to begin embodying her slowly, sustainably, with softness and caring and compassion. This is how real reinvention sticks, not from force, but from alignment. You have to get aligned with the things that you say you want. If you want a lean body, but you're not in alignment with it, it's not going to happen. Your primitive brain will not allow that. Your subconscious will not allow that. So we are cyclical beings. Fall invites rest, restoration, reflection, the exact opposite of diet culture's mentality of grind and perfection, right? It has to be perfect. You have to sweat and force it and push through it and do or die mentality. If you struggled to stay consistent, maybe you've been trying to build habits that ignore your internal season. This particular season isn't for hustle. It's for patterns that nourish, short walks that clear your head. Get out in nature. That is huge. Like getting out and getting some fresh air, being in the forest, being in nature, walking in parks, whatever it is that you are nearby, get into nature. Fuel your body with warm meals. You don't need to restrict. You know, I have a no foods off limit policy. Sleep routines that restore your body. Let's not go, go, go until you are so wound up that you're exhausted and you get sick. Also, take up journaling. Journaling is so effective and it just gets all the squirrels that are running around in your head out on paper. But you can also journal questions that reconnect you to your vision. So these are the foundations of reinventing yourself. It's not a 75-day challenge or a strict food list. So reinvention isn't a January thing, it's a fall thing. It's a every second of the day thing. Like you get to decide when you want to reinvent yourself. It could be literally right now. This is your season to reflect, release, realign, and rise. Let go of the version of you who's been stuck in survival mode, where your nervous system is freaking the F out, and let the new identity of you emerge. Let the old identity of you shed like a leaf falling off a tree. Remember, leaves fall without guilt, and so can you. So if this episode sparks something in you, journal on this question tonight. Who am I becoming? And who am I being in this moment? And what needs to fall away for her to come through? And if you want to dive deeper and have more support reinventing yourself this fall, the doors to my exclusive small group program are opening very soon, where I personally am going to teach you and guide you and tell you exactly how to lose weight for the last time through the holidays, all while eating all your favorite treats this season. So get on my email list by going to weightlossforwomenover40.net/book and grab the 5 reasons you aren't losing weight ebook. So you will get notified about the small group exclusive program that I will be launching next week. So have a beautiful day. Remember, this is your season. Let's make it count. Have a beautiful day. Go get out there in the sunshine, and I will talk to you soon.